I'm doing a big job today and it's really messy and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I thought I'll give it a go, and then if the proverbial mess hits the fan, I will seek assistance. But yeah, have a look. I'm fixing my mushroom. So if I zoom out a bit, this is where one of the mushrooms is. So for most of you, I'm sure you probably know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, on a narrowboat you have these vents which look like mushrooms, so they're called mushroom vents. And I have 4 in my boat, and this one in the living room has always been sort of black on this side, and the previous owner told me it was a leak and he'd fixed it. He may have done, but recently I've noticed it's this black is new on this side, so it was kind of easier to tell that obviously it's spreading. And I wondered whether it was just the rot in the wood that was spreading, but actually then the other day it rained, and I don't know if you can tell, you can just see the outline there of my sofa. It basically made a huge big wet mess on my sofa. So I put a bucket underneath and got some water in it, and now I'm taking it apart. So I've taken the bottom off, and then the top piece, so the bottom bit was kind of a metal rim. I'll show you the other one so that you can see what it looked like. And then that was just screwed in, that was easy to take off, and then that kind of went up here. This was the metal plate. This doesn't seem to have screws, so that's interesting. But the other one did, and then this basically, there's a lip here, and this top piece sits on top of the boat. And then there's supposed to be sealant here, but I think I have got a leak with this one because occasionally I get a drip here. So this will be the next one I look at. It's obviously not too bad because there's no sort of rotting wood. So yeah, so I took this out, and then this one had some bolts in it. So let's go back to the other side. So you can see here, this had 4 big bolts that were sort of sealed in as well with sealant, so I had a bit of a job getting them off from sort of this angle. And then I took the top piece off, and I'll go out and show you that in a minute. But now I've got this extra plate, which looks like he's used this to fix it, or the hole was too big, I really don't know. And then this has got a couple of little tiny bolts. I'm going to try and get them off from the inside. I don't know if you can actually, there we go, see those. And you can see this wood is completely rotten. So, I mean, it's not too soft. So I'm not really sure what to do with that, but one thing at a time. Looking at this, I still haven't managed to get the bolt out, but here, where is it? There's the outside. So even if the vent wasn't actually leaking, the seal around the outside was. So I perhaps didn't need to take all this apart, but I probably need to do something with this wood anyway, so I'm going to continue taking this off, and hopefully I'll be able to rust treat the rust outside, clean all this back up, put the plates back together, and reseal it all, and it will not leak. But yeah, I don't know if this sort of damp will spread, so yeah. Lucky for me, I found a spanner that fits. Check me out. I'm not going to do this by tiny degrees, but I will succeed. So this is the outside, and it had this plate on there, which is clearly too small, then the mushroom on it, and then obviously that on top. So I wasn't really sure where to take this now, so I've been to the marina shop, and Andy's given me some great advice. So for now we're just going to stick some plastic over this to stop it raining tonight. He's going to see if there's any metal plate, and we're going to seal a metal plate over here, and hopefully that will do it over winter. And then in the summer we can angle grind this back, make it good, and then weld a plate on top, and then fit the mushroom back over the plate. That's the outside. On the inside, I will show you what the plan is to fix this rotten wood. So I put some plastic over it, which was nice because I had lots more light. You can see it's getting quite a lot of condensation on it. And I've been given a plate of metal, which is now just resting on top of this. So I'm going to take off the metal, take off the plastic, prep the surface, and seal with sealant, Sikaflex sealant, the plate to the top of the boat, and then leave it like that for winter. Unfortunately, you probably can't hear on here, but it keeps blooming raining. It's like it just won't stop, and I need it to be dry for this job. I don't know what to do because we're going to have another storm in a day or so, and it's just going to rain constantly. So it wasn't supposed to rain today. This is why I'm doing this job now. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to prep the surface, which I just need to do some sandpapering and cleaning, and just see what the metal plate looks like. Yeah, let's go and have a look. So here is the hole, and this is the metal plate that I'm gonna put on the hole. So it's a bit precarious, but let's take this off. Alright, surface is prepped, so sanded it back, cleaned it, and done the plate as well. So now I just need to grab the sealant. I'll probably put some around the bare metal so I know exactly where it's gone, and then put some around the edges of this as well. This side's going to be tricky because there's a lip here, so I'm going to have to put a lot more sort of on both sides. It's a bit small. That way fits better. So oh, this stuff's stiff as hell. Nearly there. Okay. I really hope I've got enough sealant. That is not enough sealant. I mean, it's pretty stuck already, so great. I knew this was going to happen. Always happens. It's freaking awkward this is. Alright, there's job pretty much done. So the plate's on. I stuck a sanding block underneath so that when I stuck the plastic over it wasn't touching the sealant. I put tape around it and I've left a corner. I'm not sure if it needs it or not, but I'm thinking this probably needs air to get to it, and it might get damp under here as well. with sort of the sun is on it at the moment, so I might get condensation and then it's not going to dry, is it? So I've left a gap. Yeah, it might not be enough. I was tempted to leave it off until sort of it stops being sunny, but to be honest, I think it could rain any second. Like, it's so unpredictable, the weather, so we'll see. I might take the plastic off, but I'll leave it like that for now and have a think. And here it is from the inside, and I think it's reassuring to see some sealant. But yeah, job done, which is nice. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have a dark, wet, soggy hole there now until the spring, when we can properly fit a new mushroom. But never mind, it's all good. I'm probably gonna get tons of condensation on there as well because it's just steel, so that's going to be dripping all year. I might see if I can get some insulation. My dad might have some, just to kind of cut a circle and put it in there. We'll see. But for now, job's done and I'm happy. At least it's not going to be leaking.